All right, episode 6, The Sounds of Thunder. I enjoyed it. It was a sorrow heavy episode, and any episode that furthers the development of the character of Captain Saru. I like him as Captain Saru because he's supposed to be a phenomenal captain. I know Pike's in the seat right now, and I wonder how long that's going to last. I think just this season. I really do. Once the Spock stuff gets resolved, I think Pike will go back to the Enterprise or something. But I enjoy whenever they have Pike in this as acting captain of the Discovery, because we getting what many people probably wanted back in the day, like maybe a prequel series with Pike. But I would rather see him on the Enterprise, doing this thing on the Enterprise. Regardless, I like Anson Mount as Pike. He does fantastic, and I like him being in command. I like the decisions he makes, especially in this, dealing with the Baul. I think that's how you pronounce it. Just like every other captain in Star Trek, Pike is not backing down. He was like, look, whatever. But we're going to get to that. Overall, I like the episode. Like I said, it was heavy on Saru. So he got to meet his sister. They went back to his home world. And he got to meet his sister after so many years of her thinking that he was dead. Really strange, but I get what happened there. His decision. And of course, all the things that he came to discover being aboard the starship and going these different parts of the galaxy and meeting all these different people is going to really change his view. And he's like, look, it's wonderful out there. And he wished he could take his sister with him. That would have been awesome. But she was like, nah, you belong up here. I'm going back down there. But the Baul, and this whole, I forgot what they call it, but the event that happened to the planet and how they basically were like enslaving Saru's people and making them think that they had to pay tribute to this balance and everything. It was a story that we've seen before in Star Trek. You know what I mean? A civilization, a planet, and the way their life is. Because of the Starfleet commands, you're not supposed to interrupt with the natural order of things. But Pike was ready to jump in there. He was like, oh, wait. When we're talking about the extermination of an entire race, we're going to step in. And I like that. Michael being Michael doing her thing. She's there to be in the middle of all these stories. I mean, there was times where most of the episodes were really heavy on Michael, and she was the hero. She's the main character of this series. But I like sometimes when she's just there, along for the ride, experiencing stuff the way we would experience, because it's new to us too. I like that sometimes. She's really good at her decision making. She's very smart also. Not a lot of Tilly and stuff in here. Oh, this is the thing I really enjoyed. I wanted to talk about. Culber. He does not feel the same. He says something feels off, something feels different, and I like that. The reason I do like that is because he's basically been resurrected. And it's like, what, your consciousness was in the spores? Okay, all right, okay. The spores were on the ship, they were everywhere, okay. Yeah, we seen what happened to Tilly. But they like put his consciousness, his spirit, because that's what keeps us alive, our spirit. It's not like you die, your spirit floats around and then it can be put back down. Depending on your beliefs, really, but this is a show. But his whole essence existing, other than his physical matter, was inside of the universe that the spores traveling and stuff like that. And it's been put back into a body, and I like that he feels different. He's wondering if he's still the same person. He's every time Stamets would touch him, he's kind of like fidgety, and he's not the same person. And that can be an interesting dynamic that they have to go through together, since they were a couple. I like that. Even his scar being gone. He remembers the scar that he got when he was hiking one time. And he left it there because it reminded him why he got into the medical field anyway. I kind of like that. They brought him back, but it's not without consequences. I love that. I love when they do stuff like that. They've done stuff like that on other shows that I watch, and I like that. I really did. I enjoyed it a lot. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed this episode. Now it seems like all of Saru's people, the race that he is, all now are at the same level he is. And they said they were more so the predators towards the Baul. But the Baul was so, the tech was so advanced. Their ships were pretty cool to me. They were a simple design, but I like how they organized themselves around Discovery and was ready to attack. What was that dude? I thought they said his name. The one inside the ship when Saru teleported over there where his sister was. I said teleported. Transported, beamed over to, and then he went right to where she was. But anyway, looked like Venom or something. It was just this slime, black slime. It reminded me of that episode in Next Generation where that darn oil monster, which was all the bad traits of this whole civilization. I like that. I like that a lot. It was kind of cool. Like a civilization wanted to get rid of all their evil, wicked traits, and it became a life form itself. It would look the same as that. It killed what's her name? Tar. It killed her. Yeah, Tasha died, and whatever. It reminded me of that. But this episode was cool. It was cool. You know, I'm looking forward to stuff. Next episode looks like we're getting Spock. You know, I believe, because it said next time on. So next week we're getting Spock. It's been long enough. I'm glad they didn't talk about Spock too much. Saru made a good point when he wanted to go save his sister, and Michael didn't want him to. She was going to stun him. She wasn't going to kill him, but she was going to stun him. And he was like, what if this was your brother? And that really hit Michael. Michael realized, this is what I got to do. I got to go get Spock. I have to make sure he's okay. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't have too much to say about it. Overall, it was a cool episode. The Red Angel showed up. How was I about to forget the Red Angel? Now, when Pike went to, what's his name, and showed him, and because Saru's eyes can see so much better and further than humans can, he drew what the Red Angel looked like. And they're saying, oh, it looks like it's a humanoid in a mechanized suit. So it might not be some kind of entity. It might just be some advanced tech where they can travel back and forth through time, the Red Angel, and stuff. Like, it got interesting for me because of that. We see the entities all the time. If you ever watched the original series, you always running into some type of entity out there in space. So this is kind of interesting. It sets up this story to be, like, I was looking at it like, oh man, it's going around like it's some kind of special force in the galaxy or something. And now, because of the way they're taking the direction with that, the Red Angel, I think I will be more pleased if it's never mentioned ever again in any of the other series and stuff like that, because it seemed really, really, really important. I mean, for goodness sakes, it took a whole civilization of people from Earth around, what was it? It was the end of the 20th century or the 21st century or something like that, and sent them to a different planet, and all these different beliefs and religions have been combined. You know what I mean? That's big news. But I don't think the world knows about that, and the rest of the galaxy. I don't know. But this Red Angel business, it's tied into Spock really heavy, so maybe Spock's gonna realize, like, oh man, it's just somebody messing around, meddling with people around the universe. No longer need to worry about it because it drove him insane, basically. You know, I hope I like Spock. Like the video if you like the video. See you next time.